Our story begins not with legions and emperors, but with a small village on the banks of the Tiber River. Founded in 753 BC, according to legend, by the twins Romulus and Remus, Rome in its infancy was a humble settlement. Surrounded by more powerful neighbors, the Romans were known for their practicality and adaptability. Early Rome was ruled by kings, some native, others Etruscan, a powerful civilization to the north. These early centuries were marked by both internal strife and gradual expansion. The Romans were never ones to shy away from a fight. Their army, made up of citizen soldiers, was renowned for its discipline and tenacity. This martial spirit, combined with shrewd diplomacy, allowed Rome to gradually assert its dominance over its neighbors. By the 6th century BC, the Romans had overthrown their kings and established a republic, a new form of government where power theoretically rested with the people. The Roman Republic was an aggressive and expansionist power. The Punic Wars, a series of 3 conflicts with the powerful maritime city-state of Carthage, tested Rome's might but ultimately cemented its dominance in the western Mediterranean. Victories against Hannibal, a brilliant Carthaginian general, and the eventual destruction of Carthage itself in 146 BC marked a turning point. Rome was now a major power, its legions marching east and west, conquering new lands and adding them to its growing domain. Conquest brought both wealth and challenges. The Roman Republic, originally designed for a small city-state, struggled to govern its vast new territories. Internal tensions grew, exacerbated by social unrest and the rise of powerful generals like Gaius Marius and Lucius Cornelius Sulla. These ambitious men used their armies to further their own political ambitions, leading to a series of civil wars that shook the Republic to its core. From the ashes of the Republic rose the Roman Empire, ushered in by the victory of Octavian, later known as Augustus, over his rivals. Augustus, the adopted son of Julius Caesar, brought peace and stability to Rome. His reign marked the beginning of the Pax Romana, a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity that would last for 2 centuries. The Roman Empire reached its greatest territorial extent under Trajan, stretching from Britain in the north to Egypt in the south, from Spain in the west to Mesopotamia in the east. Roman power was built on a foundation of military might, efficient administration, and a sophisticated legal system. The Romans were renowned for their engineering prowess, constructing roads, aqueducts, and public buildings that still inspire awe today. Roman law, with its emphasis on justice and fairness, would form the basis of legal systems throughout Europe and beyond. Beneath the veneer of prosperity and power, however, cracks were beginning to appear in the Roman edifice. Military overspending, coupled with economic stagnation, put a strain on the empire's finances. Corruption and inefficiency became endemic, while the traditional values of civic duty and public service declined. A succession of weak or corrupt emperors further weakened the fabric of the empire. The Roman Empire was also facing growing pressure from within. The vastness of the empire made it difficult to govern from a single center, while the increasing gap between rich and poor fueled social unrest. The rise of Christianity, initially a persecuted sect, posed a new challenge to the traditional Roman pantheon and the authority of the emperor. Section 5. The Barbarian Tide, External Pressures on Rome. As internal pressures mounted, the Roman Empire faced a growing threat from beyond its borders. To the north and east, new peoples were on the move, driven by climate change, overpopulation, and the lure of Roman wealth. These barbarians, as the Romans called them, exerted increasing pressure on the empire's frontiers. Tribes like the Goths, Vandals, and Huns, migrating en masse, clashed with Roman legions in a series of protracted and bloody conflicts. The Roman military, once the pride of the empire, was stretched thin, struggling to contain the barbarian onslaught. The legions, increasingly reliant on foreign mercenaries, lacked the discipline and training of their predecessors. The sack of Rome by the Visigoths in 410 AD, a cataclysmic event that sent shockwaves through the empire, highlighted the vulnerability of the once mighty Roman state. Section 6. A city divided, internal conflicts, and the fall of the West. Faced with mounting internal and external pressures, the Roman Empire finally fractured. In 395 AD, Emperor Theodosius I divided the empire between his two sons, Honorius in the west and Arcadius in the east. The Western Roman Empire, beset by economic woes, political instability, and barbarian invasions, entered a period of terminal decline. The Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, with its wealthier provinces and more defensible capital at Constantinople, proved more resilient. The final act in the drama of the Western Roman Empire unfolded in the 5th century AD. One by one, the great cities of the West fell to the barbarians. Rome itself was sacked again, this time by the Vandals, in 455 AD. Finally, in 476 AD, the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by Odoacer, a Germanic general. This event, though largely symbolic, is traditionally seen as marking the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Section 7. Legacy of the Caesars, Enduring Impacts of Rome on the Modern World. The fall of the Western Roman Empire marked the end of an era. However, the legacy of Rome endured. Roman law, language, architecture, and culture continue to influence the development of Western civilization for centuries to come. The Roman Republic provided a model for future republics, while the Roman Empire left its mark on the political map of Europe and the Middle East. The Roman language, Latin, evolved into the Romance languages spoken throughout Europe and Latin America. Roman law formed the basis of legal systems in many countries, while Roman architecture inspired countless buildings and monuments. The Roman Empire, for all its flaws, left an indelible mark on Western civilization. Section 8. Conclusion. Rome's timeless allure. The story of Rome is a tale of ambition, conquest, glory, and ultimately decline and fall. From its humble beginnings as a village on the Tiber River, Rome rose to become one of the greatest empires in history, leaving an enduring legacy that continues to shape the world we live in today. The Roman Empire may be long gone, but its story continues to fascinate and inspire us, offering valuable lessons about the nature of power, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the enduring power of human ambition.